Hello everybody, Floppy Hat Photos back here again for our Idiot's Guide to Woodworking, and today's project is more of a repair job than an actual build project. What I have today is fixing a chair slash stool that my buddy's daughter had bought at a yard sale. I'm going to go ahead and try and show you here what this is, see if I can get it to show up with the light. It's just a little wooden shelf slash chair. And it's actually designed, it's actually kind of cool little design. It flips over like so and turns into an actual stool, or a step stool. So it's got 4 steps on it. I would never recommend using the very top rung, but it is what it is. So, and it just flips back, it's got a nice little hinge in it. Ironically, my buddy and his daughter, neither one realized it was a step stool, which I thought was kind of weird. But it was not anything handmade or nothing. You can see here it was made in China, recommended weight 160, blah blah whatever. The couple repairs I need to work on is where they glued up the seam. I don't know if this will show here or not. Yeah, there it is. It's splitting out right there, and so I'm going to try and put some glue in there, clamp that back down and get that to hold. But the biggest issue I have with it is right here on the side. Let's see if I can get... You can see how they had a screw in there right in the middle of a knot, and it just split that baby out, and it did not last worth a damn. So my goal is going to be figure out a clamping way to basically clamp this down with the glue sets. This would be a perfect example for like a Gorilla Glue, something that expands out, something that actually will give it a foaming action to really fill in all those cracks. I do not have any of that though. So I'm going to try and use some Titebond 3, it was my goal, and I'm going to try and see if that'll help hold it. As of right now, I think I'm going to try and use some ratchet straps to tie it back together after get all the glue done, but I'll try and grab a video of that here in just a second. Well, let's see if I can make sense of all these different clamps and what they're all doing and whatnot and whatever. The main, most important clamp that I have here holding this back together is actually a ratcheting tie-down strap used for tying down ATVs, dirt bikes, anything, loads on your trailer, all kinds of stuff. It's wrapped around what would be the bottom and or top. If it's a step stool, it's the top. If it's a chair, it's the back bottom. I hooked it around there, ran it down to the ratcheting strap, ran it up and around onto the back. Now, if this was a very fine piece that was in great shape, you would have wanted to put a board or something in here to keep this from marring it up, because it did leave a dent. A couple times I was trying to get it out there. Not really a big deal because this thing's got paint on it, it's beat up already. We're trying to make it functional, not pretty. I might sand the whole thing down for them, have me on mind up on that, and then let them put a coat of paint on it themselves when they get it back. I've got a bunch of glue in here. The knot tried to split out in 2 different places during that process, so I put a clamp. This big bussy clamp goes all the way down to the other side of the chair. That goes from left to right on it. Then I have one up here. You can see this clamp runs from the top corner down here to where the hinge is, the side, and it's super tight. And all this clamp is doing is pulling this little bit of this chair towards me, because that clamp was wanting to push it too much. The strap was wanting to push it too much that direction over there. So I put this one to help pull it back in and seam up or close up this seam right here. So that's basically where I'm at the moment with it. I also went ahead and threw some glue right in this little seam. I couldn't get much there because it wasn't that big of a crack. I thought about splitting it the rest of the way out, but I was afraid it'd look worse. I figured I'd try it just to begin with. A little dab of glue inside there with a syringe. Again, Titebond 3, just another giant clamp sticking out here. And unfortunately, the way it sits, it sticks way out here in my shop. And I'm really afraid I'm going to smash into that and knock it over. So I got to figure out something to hang on the end. And then for my final little bit, all I'm going to do is drill a small hole right up here on top to lower that side screw down. I'm going to put the same screw back in so they all match. I'm going to lower it down here, make sure I hit the center of the side of the back piece, the railing there, and get it away from that knot. And that's pretty much all I've got to do until I let this thing set up for... I'm going to probably let it set overnight. I'll worry about it tomorrow and see how it turns out. So, well, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video and you found a way to use a strap to make a wonderful clamp for odd-shaped and weird angles. So have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Get out in the shop, make some sawdust, and build something.